Hello and welcome to That British Homestead. Today I have another harvesting video. We're going to be harvesting some cucumbers to start off with, as I seem to always start off with my lovely tomatoes. I'm doing a little bit of weeding as well because this vegetable patch here I normally don't bother putting gloves on, but because I've cut my finger I've decided to wear gloves in the allotment today. So I'm just pulling out some stingers that are growing up between this massive patch of cucumber, so that it's easier for me to go in and grab the cucumbers because the cucumbers seem to be growing in the sting nettles. It is very surprising how much food comes from this little patch here. I have to say that the lemon cukes are doing phenomenally well. I am so surprised how well they're done. The first time I ever tried to grow this particular cucumber, I remember I put the seeds, I sowed them directly. And I don't know what happened, maybe the slugs came and ate them all or whatever, but I got not even a sprout. And now look at them. I mean, most of them are lemon cucumbers. I think there's only like a couple of plants of them, but they are prolific. I'm very happy with that. And I do think it is due to the phenomenally good weather that we've actually been having this year. We've been having some fantastic weather. It's been very hot and very good for cucumber growth. We did get about a basket of cucumbers from this patch again, which is really good because it is late in the season. As you can see, some of the plants are actually being affected by powdery mildew, but they are still producing lots and lots of cucumbers, which is really good for us. We're putting lots of them up in pickles and eating tons of them fresh. We still really enjoy cucumbers, and I'm even having cucumbers for breakfast most days, which I know sounds really grim, but there's nothing better with salsa, egg, and a piece of cucumber is really phenomenal for breakfast. I'm also trying desperately not to fall over and break all the cucumbers. Still got quite a few female flowers, as you can see, but the rate that they're growing is slowing down. But there are still tons and tons of flowers all over our cucumber patch.
Looks like it's pollinating.
It's pollinating. So still standing. I'm actually surprised. It's looking good.
What?
Do you remember doing this?
Yes, I do. Can you guess what's different about me? If you can, just leave a comment down below. So
here, basically what I'm doing is using my fingernail to check whether the squash is ready, and then I'm removing it from the plant. This plant was really susceptible to powdery mildew. It is a spaghetti squash, but over on the far side there is a very healthy part of the vine because it's rooted over where the burn pile is. So I'm going to be removing these squashes here, as there's quite a few that are ripening further down on the plant, so that it will give it more energy to ripen the fruit. I'm also going through and taking some mashed potato and some baked potato squash off the plants. This will give, once again, enough energy for those plants to ripen other and smaller plants, which will give us an overall good amount of yield. Like I said, that these skins are hard. If you put your fingernail in them, it doesn't leave any marks, so that's why you can see I'm constantly taking one glove off and on, and that's because I'm checking to see whether or not the squashes that I'm about to pick are ready or not. So I want them to be nice and ready so that when I'm going to be curing them, they're going to be able to store for a very long period of time, because I'm hoping they'll last me all the way through the winter, and they're looking fantastic. So I'm now going to be harvesting my tomatoes. So I always get a question about it. I do harvest any blushing tomatoes because we have a lot of pests here at the allotment, because I always say this, we've been growing at the same site for 70 years, and you might be thinking, wow, she looks really good for over 70, but this allotment site has been rented by many people, and these people have grown the same crops, and not all of them have grown in the same way. And when you put a big neon sign on your patch saying I grow really yummy vegetables, please come and eat them, all the pests come and eat them. So if I leave any tomatoes on here to ripen, then they are eaten very, very quickly. So I just remove any that are about to blush so that I have a bigger crop and I can have some instead of all the birds and the rabbits and the rats eating them all. So we're getting quite a lot of tomatoes now. This is actually a green zebra variety, and as you can see, a lot of them have actually ripened at the same time. It's another large green, I think it's called a big green, the last one. And I'm just pulling off any tomatoes. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with these tomatoes. I might make some roasted tomato salsa with them because I thought that sounds quite exciting. And whenever I am harvesting, I'm quite concentrating on what I'm going to be making out of them because I get quite excited about that. I'm very, very thankful for having these tomatoes. I know that lots of people have struggled this time of year, and I'm really thankful that we didn't get the hosepipe ban. And I know that if you're sitting there with a hosepipe ban, you're probably thinking I hate her, but also I'm really thankful that we've had the time to come down here and spend the time down here and making sure that this allotment is producing, because it's very important to us to be having fresh food for our family. So also, I'm very thankful to having my little helper. As you can see, she's just behind me most of the video because she tends to follow me behind me and ask what I'm doing or help me to pick.
Hi guys, thanks for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below if you noticed what was different about me. Bye!